next one was, this is very specific to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his ummah actually. He said that entire earth is for worship. So he said that whenever actually, if you some people believe that if they want to offer prayers, they said we can only do that in masjid, right? That was a concept borrowed from previous religions, but that's not the case. We can pray anywhere, not necessarily just in houses or the masjid. We can, like, anywhere on the road, anywhere. That's allowed for us. And it's just not about praying. It's talking about the earth itself, right? If you do not have water, for example, like you're traveling, the earth itself has been made pure for us. That's the thing, pure, the concept of purity. So that's why that's specific to our nation. And this earth was made pure for us, and we can make tayammum with this, and our salah will be valid, inshallah. What are the places where we cannot pray? Bathroom and graveyards. We cannot pray there. Apart from these two places, the entire earth is pure. It's like a cleaning agent for us as well. And something very specific about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that he has his masjid, right? Where is his masjid? Masjid an-Nabawi. It's in Medina. His masjid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept special rewards in it. If you offer one prayer, you are going to get how much? 1,000 salah. 1,000 salah. Well, the other actual haram, the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is a lot, 100,000, and Masjid al-Aqsa is 500. But Masjid al-Nabawi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam by rewarding him, any person who prays there, 1,000 times. Applies to both the fard and also the nawafil prayers. And what is a rawda?
House to member.
Yeah, so when you go to Medina, right, there is one area near the member that's like covered with green carpet. This area is covered with green carpet, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that between my house and the member of the masjid is paradise, is the garden, is the meadows of the paradise. So that was something given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's mentioned in Al-Muwatta. And in fact, this region, this green region that I'm talking about, many people completed like great works in this one. Like, for example, Sahih al-Bukhari, that was compiled in that place, Ar-Rawda, right? And actually, today they extended the Rawda. That's not actual Rawda, because everybody's fighting. They increase the space. So if you want to really pray in Rawda, you have to move a little bit up. It's not the actual Rawda. So the backside is extended one.
So which space is that?
The front part of the Rawda. They have like a fence around it, right? So you go to the front lines. That will be a Rawda. Move to the front, inshallah. And the next thing was, actually people fight to go there, right? So it's very easy to find out. Nobody will miss it. It's very easy. You see the most crowded area, it's either towards the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or near the Rawda. Those are the two most high points. And if you're going in Ramadan, be very, very careful, and you have to choose the right time to go there, because it's very, very rush. Everybody wants to go there, and people go there and try to offer 2 rakah prayer, and those 2 rakah that they pray is like the longest in their life they ever pray. They don't want to leave, and other people are just waiting outside, and people are like having so much of khushu and all those things, and they're taking all their time. Anyways, other thing is the city of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Medina. It's not like any other city. It has very special status. What exactly is so special about Medina? Rasulullah ﷺ said that my city, this city, Medina, it will never be affected by plague. Plague, as you know, that disease that can kill everybody, that plague, it's not possible. Entire world, it is possible that plague will be affected by plague, but Medina, impossible. That is not going to happen, and it is true until this day. And actually, what happened was initially when all Sahaba made hijrah, right, from Mecca, they came to Medina. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Bilal radiallahu anhu, they got sick after migrating to Medina, and at that time there was a lot of sickness that was like spreading, and there were so many children dying at that time as well. All children, most of the children, infant mortality was very high. The first child actually to survive long time was the famous Sahabi, the name Abdullah ibn Zubayr radiallahu anhu. He was the first one, and so he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time that, oh Allah, make this Medina a healthy and bless its sa' and mud. It's like a unit of measurement. So that measurement, Allah subhanahu, He asked to bless it for us and divert its fever to the place called Al-Juhfa. So it should skip Medina and go to elsewhere. So it shouldn't be in Medina. That's what the dua is.
Ibrahim.
And also one thing, the Dajjal, he will conquer the entire world, right? He will like spread his fitna everywhere. People will follow him, and the treasures will come out for him. Allah will give him that much power. So he's going to be big fitna, but Dajjal will conquer the entire world except for Medina. He will not be able to enter it. He will go in the outskirts, but he will not be able to enter it. So his fitna, people will be safe in his fitna. So you know what to do. If Dajjal comes during our life, just run to Medina. Because it's not like at that time Dajjal is so much fitna that you cannot say like, oh, I pray 5 times a day, I have good knowledge, I will face him and I will be fine. No, he is gonna confuse you. He is gonna shake your belief very easily, no matter how much of a big scholar you are. So you just have to run from him. He is not a simple man. He is very, very dangerous. Dajjal. He is the fitna of the entire world. So that's one protection that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave. You'll be safe. And also the description of Dajjal itself. So we have so many ahadith about Dajjal. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that every prophet who comes, he gives information about Dajjal. Right? But I am giving you some information which no prophet gave. So he spoke so much in detail about Dajjal. Probably it will like take a series to talk about all those ahadith that he mentioned. He gave a lot of details, his signs, what he will do, how to protect yourself from him, and it's a long chapter. But anyways, so Allah Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that this Medina, this Dajjal actually, I have given you enough information that no prophet has given. That's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's look other things specific to the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the spoils of war. So what happens is, whenever two groups fight, there's a battle involved. Whenever one group wins or is victorious, it takes away all the spoils of war. Right? It's called ghanima. So they take all the weapons, animals, and money, wealth, whatever from the other side, and they keep it. So that's called a war booty, right? Now what happens is, during the previous nations, when the prophets were involved, and also their ummah was involved, whenever there was such a battle, the Sharia in those times was that the booty, the war booty, was not lawful for them. So they were not supposed to take the war booty. So what would happen was that they would collect all this war booty in one place, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send like a fire, and it will devour all of that. It will just take it away. So that used to happen for the previous prophets, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, and He knew our weakness and humility, so Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given this honor that your ummah, they don't have to forsake this war booty, they can keep it. So that's a special status to Rasulullah. It's lawful. And salat was salam upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is specific again to the Prophet, that no other Prophet before him was given this honor. Their ummah, their people do not send salam like we do to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's a special status. If you just see how many times the name of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is taken by the people, that is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not even Jews and Christians today, they don't take that much as we do. Even though Christians are more than us, we send more salat wa salam on Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After every salah, after in Jummah, and so many times. I will cover this topic in more detail inshallah after this. And the day of Friday also. So the previous Prophet, the day of Friday, actually it is very beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's in front of him, in his eyes, it's like a very special day. And this day was given to previous prophets as well, like Jews and Christians, but their people actually changed it. They, according to their needs and their prophets or whatever, they saw that Saturday was better. Jews thought that, and Sunday, the Christians thought that it will be better for them, so they changed it. So it's just the Ummah and the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This Friday we have kept it, and that's a special honor for the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that his Ummah has Friday, the special day of Friday that is loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last thing among the special things of the prophets that we are discussing, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was the prophet who was sent to the jinns as well. Actually, what used to happen was, like jinns live in, like they have been living since long time, like since even before Adam alayhi salam, right? So whenever a prophet comes, the jinns during that time, the good jinns would follow the prophet. So they would see the people, hey, look, all these people are following good beliefs, good ideologies, and they're not worshipping. So they would see the people and they will try to follow whatever their religion is. So that's how it was. But with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was special. He was actually sent even to the jinns. So the jinns would actually come to him and ask questions and explain the Sharia, whatever their Sharia was. So that meeting used to take place. And one famous hadith that you know about the jinns is that they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about their food, right? What should we eat and how should we eat? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every bone that humans eat, if they say Bismillah on that meat that they eat, that bone that is left over that they throw it, you take that bone and there will automatically be meat on that and you can eat it. So that's like a special thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the risk to them. But if a Muslim or anybody doesn't say Bismillah, then that bone will not benefit the jinn. So that's the risk. And he also said that the dung of the camels, right, the excretion of the camels, that will be the food or the fodder for the jinns, the animals of the jinns. Jinns have animals too. I don't know how they look, but they have their own version of animals, so upon which they ride, or other uses that they do. So for them, the food is the dung of the camels that humans use. So whatever the leftover is there, they will be used by them. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam then came back to the other Muslims and he said that do not use bones and dungs for istinja, for to clean yourself. We use water usually, but it is also allowed to use rocks and other items, that is allowed. But he specifically forbade that do not use bones, because bones is food for the jinns, and also the dung which will be the food for their animals. So those were all about specific to the prophet. We are comparing prophets. Now let's go to the other aspect